Today we're going to look at Warrior Two. So this is a standing pose, and all standing poses are about strength and stamina. So it will strengthen the feet, the ankles, the legs. It will help with hip mobility, opening up the groin, and finding real stability. So really well placed feet on the ground, so that you feel very grounded and very stable when we come to sort of moving out the arms. So it's important that we have that stability first before we take any movement. So I wouldn't do this cold. I would probably do a little bit of warm up first, so maybe a little bit of hip mobility, lying on the back doing some hip circles. Or in the previous videos there's downward facing dog and there's also low lunge. So I would do those moves first. But you can practice this from cold, but just be aware that we do need to have some function and movement in these joints before we take on anything a little bit more intense. Okay, so we're going to start towards the front of the mat, feet hip width apart. So bringing the attention to the feet, feeling that stability through the ground. You may wish to lift the toes, spread them a little bit wider, place them back down on the ground. And just placing the hands on the hips, that gives the brain somewhere to go, to know that's sort of where my centre of gravity is. It gives it something to focus on. So we're taking a step back. We're going to do the left leg first. So we'll take a step back on the left on the diagonal. So what I mean by the diagonal is that we're not just stepping straight back. So we're going a little bit wider on the mat. So we're stepping back wider on the mat. This back foot is at an angle, so the toes are pointing towards the edge of the mat. The heel comes in at an angle. The front foot is facing forwards. So feel, how stable does this feel before we do anything else? Plant those feet into the ground. Feel the back edge of this back edge of the back foot. You may wish to move that front foot a little bit wider. Or you might even want to take a little bit more of a longer stance. Just play with it. Feel, how does it feel in my body? Keeping those knees soft. There's a micro bend in the knees. So we're going to bend into that front leg. Now as we bend into that front leg, this thigh externally rotates. Now what I mean by that is if you place your hand on the inside of your thigh and you drag it round the front to the back, that is external rotation. Now, all of that muscle isn't going to just go, but if you just get a sense, a feeling of that's what you would like it to do. So that knee, when it bends, travels over the foot. So if you look down, you should be able to see the big toe definitely, maybe the second toe. So that's the first thing. The back leg internally rotates, so you can take your hand and you can place it on the back of the thigh and then bring it and drag it forward to the front of the thigh. That's when we do that, when we touch ourselves and we're tactile, basically it gives the brain a reference point, so it knows. So this front leg externally rotates, this back leg internally rotates. Again, don't lock out that back knee, so we're not locking the back knee out. There's a micro bend, there's a softness in it, not locking out any of the joints. Feel that start with. So that can be quite strong, that front leg is working, the back leg is working to hold the rest of the body up. So I'm going to bring that foot back and we'll do that once more. So planting the feet on the ground, feel the stability, feel the feet are grounded and stepping back on the diagonal with the left. Bending into the right. And I'm moving my feet. Like, does this feel comfortable in my body? I want it to go a little bit longer. Once we've got that stability through the feet, the hands come to the side ribs and we rotate those ribs round towards the back leg. So, a few things here. As we rotate towards the back leg, does this front knee, check in with this front knee, what has happened? Has that front knee come with it? I don't know whether you can see that on the camera. Yeah, if you bring that torso round, does that front knee come with it? If so, take that knee back. And if that means the rotation isn't as much, that's fine at this point. It's fine at all, at any point to be honest, but that's where the body is at right now. So if it doesn't come all the way around, that's fine. So we've rotated the torso, that knee we've realigned if we need to. Even if we need to come back, realign the knee, rotate the torso. So the rotation comes from the upper torso. You know, there will be some rotation, slight rotation in the waist, but the hips and the legs stay planted. And then placing the hands on the shoulders, soften the shoulders and lengthen the arms out from there. So when we're lengthening the arms, we're not straining, we're not pushing, we're not like tensing. It's like, imagine you've got tentacles like an octopus, lengthening them out like they do through water. So there's length through them. Shoulders are soft. And then we can still look towards the front, or we can take a soft gaze over that middle finger. Using that breath, planting those feet into the ground. And then the hands can come back onto the hips so we can step forward. Maybe just take a little bit of a shake out of the legs. And I'll do it on the other side for you. So I'm going to come to this side of the mat so it's easier for you to see from a camera point of view. Planting the feet, stepping back on the diagonal. Again, adjusting my feet so they feel comfortable, taking them a little bit wider if you wish. Bend into that front knee. Rotate the torso. Lengthening the arms out from the shoulders. And you might find that one side you can rotate more than the other. Just feel grounded through the feet. Feel the stability through the legs. Maybe gazing softly over that middle finger. And then hands come back down, step it back to the front. So try that. I will do another video of Warrior 2, but with some add-ons. But do this video first and get a feel through the legs, through the stability. And as always, listen to your body. Don't push it so if you go to where you can go to, that's the starting point. And we can always build on that starting point. The body will always remember. It has muscle memory, and it will remember that that's where you got to last time. And then we can use the breath. We can soften. We can use the breath. Can we take a little bit more rotation? Always checking in and feeling how it is in your body. So enjoy playing with Warrior 2, and I'll see you on the next video.